I'm Daphne and I'm here at the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals here in Chicago. So let's go take a look at some awesome cars.
So you have all the creature comforts, yet you can you have the horsepower to go to car shows, enjoy it on a daily basis, but it really turns people's heads.
Originally 10,000 miles, and all the options that you see are the options, to the best of my knowledge, that when it came off the assembly line.
This being a Hemi car was one of the last two that were built.
Wow.
And being a late build, it has brush trim rings on it.
The car is originally from California, is where it was titled at, and been in California most of its life.
It's originally black with the red interior. I try to keep the car as much original as I can.
Stripped the paint, repainted it, rebuilt the motor, trans. The interior is original. So we kept everything as original as we could.
Wanted to fall in love with it. She wanted it.
I know. I want to drive it home now. So, can you tell me a little bit about the wheels here?
The wheels are a US mag. It took me a little while to find something that was a steel wheel that is chrome.
So, how long have you had it for again?
She bought it in 1972, so she's had it longer than she's had me.
Wow, that's really cool.
What attracted me to this car was obviously the black color. It's hard to find an original black 69 Camaro. They didn't make a lot of them.
But it's a solid wheel without the trim ring, so it gives you a deeper dish and it gives you wider tires on it, and so it handles a lot better.
When you're driving, it makes it look like there's, light coming out of the hood. But it also helps to kind of accentuate like what's under the engine compartment.
Air conditioning lines, the radiator hoses, all these components, everything on there is new old stock. Very hard to find those kind of parts these days.
I try to drive it as often as I can. I didn't build it to look at it, I built it to drive it. To me, driving them is more of an excitement than just looking at it.
So I see you have painted the hood of this car, or from a car. So the inspiration was the Cubs winning the World Series just recently.
This car actually has a Protecto plate, so it's actually a true 71 car. This car retains its original motor, transmission, rear end, carburetor, and distributor.
Wow.
Those are specific to this car.
Hear about. I don't know if anybody's laid eyes on it.
Wow.
Some guys are kind of weird like that. They won't let you look their stuff.
Right. Wow, very, very nice.
In fact, a few weeks ago the car was down at Don Gowers' show in Florida and finished both on Saturday and Sunday best in class. So I'm real proud of that.
Hey Dave, so what did you bring here today?
It's a 1970 Plymouth Sport Fury GT with a factory 446 barrel.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Muscle Cars, anybody could go in and order one through the showroom floor. You spec'd it out, ordered it, and it got delivered. Supercar actually had to be built by somebody, and Nikki started that. They were the largest Chevy dealer in the world and based out of Chicago, Illinois.
And it's been sitting in storage for maybe 10 to 12 years. And decided about a year and a half ago to get it out and take it from a 169,000 wore out car to what you see today. I found the car in it's near Staunton, Illinois, in almost a field.
We brought a recently finished 69 Charger I built for a client in Michigan. Kind of a little bit of a nostalgia story involved with the build.
Wow. So was this the original?
No, the original color was white. It is a pace car because the original engine was a 396 turbojet.
and today I'm here with
Mike Maggio.
All right, Mike. So what type of car did you bring here today?
This is a Roadrunner, 69 Roadrunner with a 383 engine. It's because it's a Roadrunner, it's a B-body car.
Okay.
With the Chicagoland Mopar Corral right next door, they have a lot of A-bodies, but this is one of the few B-bodies.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So can you give me a little history on the car?
Sure. I found the car in actually it's near Staunton, Illinois, in almost a field. There's an area there where they have old cars but they're unrestored.
Okay.
A lot of them, at the time I bought it, looked like they'd been dragged out of a pond.
Wow.
And some of them were so old they had wagon wheels on them.
Oh, wow.
And they're in the mud. I found this inside in one of their warehouses. It was not in great condition. The electrical was very bad. I had a very bad paint job, which I put on the poster. The paint covered a lot of rust in the car, but I still decided I would buy it because the price was right. When I bought the car, I actually got it with two engines. The 383 that's in the car, which has been restored, and the original 383, which I have in my garage on Christ, and which I'm working on to repair and eventually get back to its original position in the car.
Yeah, we can take a look under the hood. Wow, so this is one of the engines.
This is one of the 383s.
Okay.
This is not the original to the car. Like I said, the original with the matching numbers is in my garage.
Okay.
But since this was already operable and in the car, I decided to restore it with the car until I could get the other one up and running.
Up and running. Wow, that's pretty cool. Awesome.
And as you can see here from the poster, that was the color of the car when I purchased it, not the original color. What you see here is the original color.
Okay.
The black matting is original. The red hood scoops on the hood are original. And we actually, my wife and I found a Life magazine ad from the fall of 1967 when they were first introducing the Roadrunners. And this car is in the ad. With this color, the black matting, everything.
Oh, that was really cool.
And that was a Chrysler ad, so.
Oh, look at that.
So we know it's original to the car. We based it, the code is inside in the engine compartment, so we use that code to make sure that the paint that we were purchasing for the car and getting it repainted was the correct one for this year and for this car.
Okay.
The car came out of the Chrysler plant in St. Louis in 1968, September. So it was a very early 69 model. And there are some 68 features. For example, the door knob, the door handles have a black feature rather than a chrome. That came on the 68 models, and the 69 later had all chrome.
Oh, okay, I see.
But mine is black, but again, it's based on, it's an early 69 model.
Oh, that's really nice. So can you tell me a little bit about the wheels?
The wheels, the wheels replacements, they're similar to what was on the car at the time when it came out of the Chrysler plant. There were different wheels when I purchased it, and I did make a change out. Every one of these wheels have right-handed lug nuts so that when you're cranking them, you turn to the right, which is normal. On these cars back in the day, the way Chrysler had them, you would turn it to the right on the right-hand side of the car to tighten them.
Okay.
The lug nuts on the left, you had to turn the opposite way. They were left-handed lug nuts to tighten them on that side. Because the wheels, when I bought the car, that some of the bolts were broken off, I really couldn't use the wheels anymore. So since I was changing them out, it's too difficult to find left-handed lug nuts anymore, so I made them all right-handed. So the entire car is right-handed. So when you tighten the wheel, it's right. and when you loosen it to the left. But again, Chrysler made it opposite. Tighten it on the right-hand side, tighten it to the left on the left-hand side.
Oh, I see. That's interesting. Yeah, I never knew that. It's pretty cool. Mind if we take a look at the interior?
Sure. Let's take a look at it. I put a few toys up there for the kids. This is the original. The interior was black. The options, whoever purchased this car at the time purchased it with quite a few options, and those included bucket seats. These seats are original. The majority of Roadrunners came out with bench seats. They were made cheaply. They were made basically for kids, your teenagers, young adults, to drive around and drag and the whole idea for the Roadrunner was to beat the Pontiac GTO on the street.
Oh, I see.
And so they were cheaply made. You could buy them inexpensively at the time. And they basically came with bench seats in the front.
Okay.
Whoever bought this car, you could buy many different options at the time. For example, this person bought not only the bucket seats, he bought air conditioning for this car, almost unheard of for a Roadrunner. But at the time on the back window, the original back window had stenciled in air cool.
Oh, wow.
So I put in an air conditioner unit which was missing to bring that back to its original look. And its original, having the original equipment. And it came with air conditioning. Now on the wheels you mentioned, in the back are drum brakes. Now when they were made at the time, usually both back and front wheels had drum brakes. These have front disc brakes. It's the early front disc brakes, which was again an option.
Okay.
Most Roadrunners had drum brakes on the back and front, which makes them better, the disc brakes, because it's more stopping power. Having all drum brakes makes it a bit more difficult to stop, especially for as larger cars. So there were quite a few options, and whoever purchased this car bought with the car, ordered.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Very nice. So, have you ever, I heard you mention, that this car was originally for younger kids or teenagers that like to drag racing.
These are the cars the police used to hide out for and wait for with the Roadrunners.
Oh, okay.
Because usually they're going pretty good speed.
Right. So have you ever taken it to the track?
No. I had many options when I had the car completely restored by MCR, MuscleCars Restorations. When I purchased the car, I had it dry strip. There's only a few places in the country that dry strip it. I had it shipped to Roselle. MCR took it to Roselle, Illinois. We had it dry stripped. And what happens in the dry strip process is that it actually blows out any rust areas and it creates holes where the rust used to be. Well, the car I bought had holes all over.
Oh, wow.
It had holes in the floorboard.
Wow.
It had holes in the trunk bed. The quarter panels had to be replaced. It had holes there. There was rust all around the windows, which was typical of cars of that time, where the water would get in and it would rust, and then it would drip down into the trunk and rust in the trunk bed as well. There was rust in the engine compartment.
Oh, I see.
So when they blew out the dry strip, it was all holes.
Wow.
So basically, I had the option, either keep it that way or restore it.
Oh, yeah.
So MCR did a fantastic job of remanufacturing the quarter panels, remanufacturing the floor, the trunk bed. All that was remanufactured in steel. Then I shipped the body before it was made to Indianapolis, and then where it was placed inside a chemical tank for a process called E-coating.
Okay.
And E-coating basically rust proofs the car. It seeps into all the joints to protect it. Then I shipped the body back to Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, where MCR is based, and that's sanded off, and then a paint job done that was incredible. They buffed this car to the point where they could read the writing on the fluorescent globes above them in the hood and trunk of the car.
Wow. That's amazing. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. The interior was reupholstered. All the seats were pulled out and reupholstered. New carpeting put in, new headliner on top of the car. The dash was rehabilitated. The only change I made on the dash, it had an 8-track stereo. It would have cost me nearly $2,000 just to rehab the 8-track. So instead I put in a old radio, which without the 8-track, that's the kind of radio it would have been carried. The only other change is I've got the original ignition in the car, but we also place an electronic ignition in the car. When we place the electronic ignition, it makes it a little easier starting. You still have to pump gas into the carburetor, but when you turn the key, it's a little bit easier. I don't know what else, but boy, I can tell you all the chrome I have taken off, both outside, bumpers, etc., all the trim chrome, and all the trim chrome inside, and everything removed and re-chromed.
Wow. So altogether, how long did it take you to completely restore?
This took almost 2 years.
Oh, that's not bad though, because you did a lot.
Yeah, a lot had to be done,
Yeah.
And again, MCR was wonderful in terms of the amount of work in the, for example, you can see, if you look at the door, you can lay a ruler on here. There's not a bump in it. It would lay absolutely flat.
Wow.
That's how well the door fits into the frame. I mean, that's the perfectionist.
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
the perfectionist. And I get a lot of comments.
Oh,
People saying, this car actually was done 6 years ago. So you can see that the quality still.
Yeah, because I would have guessed that it was just recently done.
Yeah, no, it was done. It was finished in early 2011.
Wow, yeah, it's in great condition.
And a few years ago, one of the shows, and I believe it was this show. This car scored 995 out of a possible 1,000 points.
Wow, that's amazing.
So that's with a team of judges going, overlooking the outside of the car, going underneath the car, and checking the interior.
Oh, great job.
And the trunk.
Oh, okay, awesome. Well, you did an excellent job.
Well, MCR did.
Well, yeah, they did a great job, but you know, you picked them. You knew who to go to.
Oh yeah, I met the team at the National Mopar. The Mopar Nationals is held in Ohio every year. And I had met them there, and it took me a couple of years to think, I'm going to move forward with it. You know, how long of life are you going to live yet? You know, you might as well enjoy.
Definitely.
And now that I'm retired, I'm happy I took that step.
Yeah.
I have a car, not only a car, but it's an asset as well.
Oh, definitely.
It's a significant asset.
Yeah. So do you let anyone else drive it, or just you?
My wife claims she likes to drive it, would like to drive it, but anytime I offer it, she goes, well, no, why don't you go ahead? So.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
it's a little intimidating because it's so
well, and it's got
gorgeous.
A big engine. It's not like today's cars where you can kind of drive with one hand and either push button start the engine or just turn this car to start it up. As in the old days, you got to pump the gas into the carburetor and get it started. So it takes a little bit of time. Pumping the gas, the fuel line. Gas and the fuel line into the carburetor to get it going, and then turning the key, and sometimes it won't start first, second, maybe the third time it'll catch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which is what the cars did. That's the way it worked. So, and because I'm from that era, I was a teenager back in the time of the 60s, I kind of know how these cars run, and you know, if it needs work under the hood, this is an engine I can work on. I can't work on the electronic gizmos they have now with all their GPSs, computer chips, and everything else.
Right.
I need $150,000 worth of tools. This way, I have $150 worth of tools.
Wow, that's great. I really commend you for that. It's awesome. Well, thank you so much for showing us your car.
If you have any other questions, let me know. Hopefully I gave you as much as I could.
Oh, you did an excellent job. And feel free to check out the YouTube channel. It's called USClassicMuscleCars.
UF?
USClassicMuscleCars. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. I have a leg in the fan. US Classic Muscle Cars thanks you for watching our videos. Hi, everyone is welcome to share the videos on their Facebook page. And please make sure to check out the Patreon website. And also please subscribe to our YouTube channel, US Classic Muscle Cars.
Please, please, please subscribe.